A man accidentally dropped his watch while scuba diving. He immediately went to the seabed to search for it, but unintentionally discovered a strange stone. He realized right away that this stone was no ordinary one, so he hurriedly swam back to the surface and handed the stone to his girlfriend. With her rich experience, she recognized it as a ballast stone from an ancient ship. She figured there must be buried treasure nearby. Soon after, the four of them dove into the sea and started searching with iron rods. Not long after, the man made a discovery. He stuck his hand into the sand to search, and when he pulled it out, he found a golden dagger from hundreds of years ago. Although its surface was rusty, the ruby set in the handle proved that the dagger was extremely valuable. The huge surprise delighted the man, and he thought there must be other treasures on the seabed. Then, the group quickly put on all their gear and went back to the seabed. Just as the metal detector swept over an area, the needle on the meter suddenly started swinging wildly. The two of them immediately realized there was something buried below. Their companion then turned the sand-blowing machine to its maximum power. Soon, an object was revealed. It was an iron cannon from hundreds of years ago. Next, they tied ropes to both ends of the iron cannon. Then they injected air into the airbags at the other ends of the ropes, planning to use buoyancy to haul the multi-ton iron cannon onto the shore. However, just as the iron cannon was about to surface, the woman on the boat suddenly heard an alarm. It turned out that the Coast Guard was coming for a random inspection. At that moment, the three people underwater also spotted the Coast Guard's traces. If the Coast Guard found out they were salvaging treasure, they would surely take everything away on the spot. As the airbags were about to surface, the man immediately told his companion to release some air to keep the iron cannon submerged in the water. But while his companion was releasing the air from the airbags, he accidentally opened all the valves. The iron cannon instantly plunged towards the seabed, and his companion's arm got firmly entangled in the rope. The next second, the iron cannon that fell onto the seabed landed right on his arm. Seeing this, the man swam over immediately to try to save him, but the cannon was too heavy, and he couldn't lift it at all. By this time, the three of them were running out of oxygen. The man had no choice but to pump the remaining oxygen into the airbags. Then, with all his strength, he lifted the iron cannon, which saved his companion's life. Soon, the three of them returned to the boat. Fortunately, the Coast Guard captain was a friend of the girlfriend. After a brief questioning, the Coast Guard returned to their ship. The group didn't give up. When they went back to the seabed again, they saw an airplane.